Today we're going to make a 7-inch bracelet. So I cut 7 inches of a wire. I just picked one that I found at my local hardware store. I'm going to file down the ends, knock off any sharp points, and then I went ahead, here's the clove hitch, just a close-up of that for you guys if you're still working on that. And then I went ahead and I added all my sorrel hairs. There are 16 pulls, so there are 8 pulls that are started in the middle, which gives me 16 to work with. In the beginning of my pattern, I just add a single turquoise hair. I don't hitch it, I just add it, and then I switch to a back hitch. Because there are 16 pulls, I could back hitch 8, stand 1, and then switch to a forward hitch. Because at this point in the pattern, they're all brown, it doesn't really matter where I did that, so this is a good place. I don't have any short ones because I just started, but if I did, this would be a good place to lose a short one or one that's just not working very well. So that's the one I stood. So now I'm switching back to a forward and a forward. This is a really helpful pattern for learning to build diamonds because you just build and drop and build and drop and build and drop for a long time without a reversal. This is actually only half of the video. This is just the building. When I get some more time, I will edit the second piece, which will show you how to close your diamond and then continue to close it down to the end. So here I'm still forward hitching. Another forward hitch. I'm back to that blue that I added, so now I hitch it for the first time. The forward hitch, and then the second half of it is laying down below my string. So I'm going to pull it up under the string. Because I added one, I'm switching to a back hitch. I like my pulls a little bit wet sometimes, so you can see that I took a second and I did that. So I'm going to back hitch around to the one that I stood. I really can stand anywhere. I don't have to stand next to the one that I stood. I just usually do that for the sake of my muscle memory, really. So I'm just checking to see. That one needs a back hitch. That one is next to the one that I stood, so I'm going to stand it, drop the one I stood last time because I stood a pull, and back to a forward. Dropping doesn't change if you forward or back hitch. Adding and standing do. Just keep forward hitching. Almost back to my blue. And then I'm going to add whatever color I like next. I added quite a few colors to this pattern, and I don't think I would recommend that if this was your first time. I'm going to add a pink, so I don't hitch it because I added it. I'll switch to a back hitch and get those out of my way. I'll just back hitch around again. I got to drop a brown, stand and drop a brown somewhere. I think this pattern would be a lot easier if you had maybe just 3 colors, or sometimes I'll do like 2 solids and a color and then 2 solids and a color, but I was trying to use up some loose colored pulls that I had. So blue, I'm going to hitch that first pink the first time, so it's going to be a forward hitch, and then I'm going to bring up the other half of the pink because I added them to a back hitch. I'm going to go ahead and pause the audio on this and just let you guys just watch for a little, and then I'll jump on again later and explain some other things. Here you can see that I'm almost out of browns in the back of the pattern. So here I would definitely start to count to make sure that I'm dropping a center brown so that it doesn't make my pattern look funky. Although I think in theory it still wouldn't. You really could drop them anywhere, but for the sake of my brain, I try to drop them in the center. So I stood that one, so I'm back to a forward hitch. All right, into my last brown one that I'm going to drop in the back of my pattern. So I hitched a blue, and then I'm going to stand that other blue because I'm going to start dropping blues when it comes around. So I'm back to my forward hitch. Then I added 2 sorrels a while ago. Forward hitch. I believe this is a kind of a salmon color. Olive green. And then I'm just going to keep building this diamond. So I'm going to add, I got a white one. You can see I added a blue one last time. So I'm going to add the other half of that blue pole. Then switch to back hitch. Sorry, it's a little bit fuzzy. Back to my turquoises that are in the back, and then I will stand almost there. Stand the one that I hitched last time and drop. And you just continue adding and dropping until you get to the center point of your bracelet, which will be in the next video. I hope this helps. Have a great day.